We gotta recap because I haven't dropped the episode for Craig yet. So this lot has happened in the last episode. We picked up August 11th, 1995, where the group decides to go to the Macallistair Building around 6:00 p.m. I might have missed a little bit, but regardless,
That's of the things right. That was post puking.
Was it post puking after the dinner?
After the restaurant?
Right after the restaurant.
Yeah, I think it was picked up right after the restaurant.
Okay.
After I bagged the cheese. It was definitely after that.
I couldn't remember if there was anything that happened between there. So apparently went to the restaurant, ate some food. Mignon freaks out because of the painting that's seen in the bar, runs out, loses his meal. But everybody decides they're going to go back to the Macallistair Building. It's about 6:00, 6:30. They go up the stairs to the roof where they enter and realize that the roof is no longer there. Actually, even before that, Agent Maya enters the foyer into the building and realizes that there's a bill, a late statement, electricity bill that's over 3 weeks past due notice. And that it's, last notice, electricity will be shut off, yet there is still power to the building. They make their way up to the 4th floor, or what would be the roof, to realize that they are now on the night floors, where they run into a lot of different things in an effort to unravel the mystery on what's going on with this building and Abigail Wright. It's other craziness that's happening. They appear in the smoking lounge, where some folks have already ventured, with the cushy chairs, the big bookcases, the wet bar in the corner, the cigars. And while they visit that, they meet an individual by the name of Mark Rourke. Kind of talks like this. Mark Rourke, salesman. He divulges that he was born in 1890 to, I think, Agent Mignon, as they converse and understand a little bit more about Mark Rourke. And then he talks about Abby, Gail, as he affectionately refers to her, living up on 6. But doesn't see her very often. The group decides to venture forward through this mysterious labyrinth of rooms, what appears to be a turn of the century type of building. They run into a salesman that seems to be going across the halls from one room to the next, opening a door. He exits a room, crosses the hallway, goes down to another room, opens the door, and goes in. He's wearing a pinstripe suit, carrying a briefcase. And upon further investigation, when the group turns around, tries to tail him, he's gone into his room. They checked out one of the rooms that he originated from, only to realize it's a storage closet. Maya and Mantillo come across the door. They hear something on the other side. They look through the keyhole and they see an old man walking around. Kind of graying, balding, glasses. But rather than investigate and interrupt an old man's routine, they pass the room and move along. Let's see. And at the same time, or just shortly thereafter, some of these might be out of order, Agent Mignon they come across the library. Agent Mignon is interested in investigating one of the books that might be on the shelf across the room on the far wall. And he grabs a book, loses track of the team as they venture forth, and they're separated. Agent Mignon starts reading the book, and he talks about a couple living in Florida with two of their kids, and a policeman and an individual anthropologist visits the house because there's some sign that was carved in on the door. Now, Agent Mignon
still want to read the end of that book.
Agent Mignon knows that that's a reference to a previous mission that he had been taken part in a year previous to this. But not being able to finish the book as, well, the circumstances, being in this weird labyrinth of rooms, trying to find the other team members, the adventure continues where Agent Maya, Mosby, and Mantillo are venturing together. And at one point, I think the clockwork dial was Maya and Mantillo, if I'm not mistaken, not Mignon. There was a girl, kind of a figure, young girl in the hallway. And Agent Maya goes and investigates her and kind of approaches her. She's got her back to him, and he reaches out to peel back what appears to be a veil that she's wearing. And as he does that, she crumbles into 1,000 clockwork pieces onto the floor in the hallway. And at the same time, or shortly thereafter, Agent Mosby hears vigorous lovemaking at the other end of the hallway. Not sure where that's coming from, but it's the opposite end of the hall. But there isn't any investigation into it, or when they do go to that end of the hallway, it subsides and ends up. Actually, the other agents even pick up on it as they venture towards that other end. Then there's gunfire that rings out through the hallway. Agent Mignon hears it. Maya, the whole team does, even though they're separate. And Agent Mantillo and Maya, having some training, realize that there's 45 caliber shots being fired and echoed through the halls. Trying to figure that out, they obviously pull out their weapons, and even Agent Mignon hears that, trying to figure out, I think, what direction it's coming from. But still, no trace of the perpetrators. There is, the gunfire. There's the large, empty ballroom where the floor is covered in blood. Ugh. There's dozens of shells all over the place that Agent Mosby, Maya, and Mantillo come across. And then there's different hallways, different halls that go off in different directions. Yet there's still no signs of anything there's no combatants. You could smell the gunpowder in the air, thinking that this might have been the origin of that gunfire that they heard, but there's no trace of anybody. There's footprints through the blood coming from out of the blood pool in the middle of the room.
So it's not like shining blood. It's like a gun battle happened to your blood.
Yeah. Big pool, stained, carpeted area blood.
And where's all the characters' heads at after seeing all this effed up stuff?
Well, it's that they're not sure. It seems odd. I think that their minds are. There's been sanity checks rolled. Some have failed. Some have passed. But obviously, Mosby is concerned. He has just his actions and his concerns about what's going on. And
I would say, Craig, that the characters are starting to rationalize a little bit that they're in a fucked up place that they can't understand. Like when they go through a door, it's not an immediate shock when it doesn't lead to something that they would expect it to lead to. Right. When they turn around, they can't get out. There's a lot of that kind of weirdness going on. And
this is our new normal, and it's fucked up.
Some moments of panic, though. certainly. We got separated for a little while, if I remember correctly.
Still, we're still separated.
Yeah, there's some backtracking. And, yeah.
Well, one of us is separated.
Yeah.
I went in that room for like 6 seconds.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, that's right. He's very separated.
And there's still more to my story. So
Agent
I found
Mignon.
a guy named,
The Agent Mignon continues and comes across the dog wandering the halls, eating what appears to be almost like food left outside of hotel room doors, and then it urinates on a corner in the hallway, eventually leaves some residue behind, and the dog just minding its own business. While Agent Mignon investigates and kind of creeps down a hallway to see what's around the next corner, he realizes that a door cracks behind him. And as he turns around and sees that door, he passed that before and hadn't seen anything. It seems to be just breaking the threshold where somebody might be lurking behind. And so when he approaches the door and he goes to open it with his weapon drawn, it opens to divulge a young gentleman, probably in his 30s, with blue top and blue pants with a badge name with his name David across it, comes out in a frenzy, in a panic, telling Mignon that he had to get out of there and that he's been in there since March of 1995, months ago. And Mignon calms him down, does drop the bomb to tell him that it's August. He's been surviving on eating some of the same food the dog has as he wanders these halls, but he hasn't interacted with a lot of the individuals because he doesn't trust them. He doesn't know what's going on, and that he's insistent on getting out of this building or wherever it is that he is located. So
he was a repairman that went upstairs.
Repairman, okay.
He's not a cop. He's the cable guy.
No, he's the cable guy.
Got it. Yeah. David, I think his last name's Langford, actually, on his badge. Or is it Mailman? Maybe it's Mailman.
Well, I was going to say, feel free to start and then just drop me in wherever it makes sense, Sean.
Well, I would figure that it's probably easiest for you just to be wandering the hall. And
great.
I would say you probably run into Agent Mignon after maybe having gone up there, whether you were with the group originally or not.
Yep.
And so and you have witnessed some of these things yourself. Like there's this guy with the pinstripe suit that opens a door, goes across the hall, and you've been chasing him. You're like, you're gonna find him. You've gone into rooms. He's not there. It goes from one room, and then there's another door. So he must have gone through that door, only to never catch him.
Got it.
And then you come out of a door, thinking you're on his trail, and there's Agent Mignon and Mr. David Langford.
Got it.
Standing in the hallway as David you could see him kind of reaching out to Mignon in a not hostile fashion, just like, I just want to make sure you're, and he's panting and wild-eyed and staring at Mignon as he's talking him down from the ledge. And Mignon, you see Mailman down at the end of the hallway, as if he had been running after somebody's, kind of catches his breath, catches your eye, and there's a bit of relief at the sight of seeing Agent Mignon.
So I look at David, and he clenches my shirt because he sees another guy coming, and he's all nervous. And I'm like, "Relax, David. Like, I know this guy." I'm like, "Mailman, thank God I saw someone."
Mailman.
Do you know this guy? And I'm pointing to Langford.
I don't, but
how about we do a little less touching then? Why don't you let go of Mignon?
Yeah, man. I didn't mean anything, man. It's all good. You're a mailman. Is that you're like a mail carrier? Did you deliver mail and then did it get caught up in here?
That's exactly what I did. Let's get a little space. Let's create a little bit of space here. And I'm going to turn to Mignon. Have you seen anybody else? I've been chasing the guy. I lost track of everybody. Do we have any idea where Maya is?
I did some little stupid, and I walked into a door without telling anyone, and I came out seconds later, and everybody was gone. I've been looking for them ever since. I've been working around here for quite a few minutes. And did you hear that gunfire? Did you hear that like automatic gunfire going off?
Yeah, but we've got to stop.
I have the gun in my hand, and I realized I should not have this gun in my hand. Like, I put it back into my pocket. I'm like, yeah, it was a little nervous.
So I did the same thing with the doors, and you and I need to stop doing that. We need to find the rest of the guys, and the gals, and we gotta stop going through doors.
I just don't know if we stand in one spot or we go. I don't know what to do. I just feel if I keep walking, it just makes it worse.
What are we doing with your friend?
David, you cool? David, you cool?
Am I cool? What, man? Like, we're gonna get out of here together, right, man?
Without a doubt, but we just need you to relax and let Mailman do the talking. That's kind of his thing.
Yeah, so David, do you have any weapons on you, David?
No, man. What do I look like? I'm a cable guy, man. I don't have any weapons.
Perfect. You stay behind us. You stay close.
Yeah, man. I'll stay close. Yeah.
And Mignon, I'm done. I'm done opening doors. I'm just going to follow you.
That's fine. I'm behind you. I just need to find the others. David, hold these books for me. All right. So I give you something to do. Just hold these books and
okay, all right.
Yeah,
man.
All right.
Okay, cool.
So I guess, are we going back the way you came, Mailman, or?
I don't think it matters.
This way smells like dog crap and piss down this whole hallway.
So let's go the other way.
Back this way. Yeah. So that's what we do.
All right. Okay, so you guys got on the hallway, and now you got the cable guy switching back to Agent Agent Maya, Mosby, and Manteo.
I thought that was a good idea.
Maya and Manteo are kind of doing this flanking, like into the hall. I think is where we last left off. Is you do a kind of a cover formation single, and Mosby is kind of hanging it back. If I've got that correct, right?
As he does.
Okay, as he does. Yes.
I think we were even following.
I have no gun.
That's
not my tour.
That's a you problem.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
I think there were even bloody footprints we were following, Sean.
Okay.
As we hugged the walls and went left and right.
All right. Sure.
Bloody footprints and 45 caliber bullets. Shells, but there was no damage to the building.
No bullet holes.
No bullet holes that you can find. All right. Going around kind of the outside perimeter of this ballroom. Is that kind of all right?
Yep.
As you do that, give me some perception. No, that's not what I want. I think it's, I got it right here. Sorry.
One of those int rolls?
Yeah, I would say probably a search roll.
Search.
Yeah.
Is Mosby included?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, with Maya and Manteo, please. Mosby, you're kind of hanging behind, so I'm using this as a search room to as they go around.
No problem.
Okay.
Surprising.
Maya succeeded. Manteo did not.
Yeah. So you both don't come across anything, and nothing grabs your attention immediately. And it seems as though it's just you three in this area.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say we've done a full 360 type of thing.
Yep. 360 if you wanted to go all the way around. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. My question, Edwin, then you can take over here. What type of footprints are we seeing? Is it all like men's boots? Are there high heels? Are there different size feet? What can we tell from the footprints?
It looks like boots of some kind in different sizes, probably small men's size boots to, size 11, 12s. So they're all.
So a few people.
Yeah, it looks like probably, it's hard to say. You could guess anywhere between 4 and 5 individuals.
What were you going to say, Matthew?
My understanding is that there are hallways leading from this room other than what we came in, and there are footprints leading out those hallways. So I guess we've gone around the perimeter, but we skipped over several archways or doorways or something.
There was it's a hall, like they go into different halls around the room. And so it doesn't seem to lead anywhere. Maybe they're bigger, offshoot,
like an alcove kind of a thing.
Yes.
Okay, so we get to a doorway. We see footprints going through. We look through the doorway, and it looks like a dead end.
Correct.
And is there any room that has more or no bloody footprints? Is there anything at all? I don't see anything.
You are coming to no logical conclusion.
No conclusion on
any. The footprints end. You look at the wall. There's no secret door. The wall seems solid. You're not sure where they've gone.
I don't know. It seems that none of this makes any sense at all, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm lost. I don't have what do we want to do? Just wander around this place? I guess that's what we're supposed to be doing. We gotta upstairs. We need to go upstairs more. We're still only on the 4th floor, right? So I guess we keep looking for stairs.
Sean, to confirm, no other exits other than the one we came in, right?
Correct.
Okay. Maya just shrugs. She's looking up at I don't know if it's a vaulted ceiling or a drop like a tin roof.
Big high ceiling, probably 20 feet. Not vaulted as much as just straight up and square. Big chandeliers. Crystal
Maya's
chandeliers.
Shaking her head. She has a shell casing on like the end of a pen or a pencil. She's going to collect one. And she's just like, I don't know where we are. We have to get up to find Abigail, right? She's on 6 or 7.
Yeah, I think so. I guess so. Yeah.
Maybe. Have we seen any windows? This is to you, Sean, as well. Since we're in the weird labyrinthine space, we haven't seen any windows to the outside, have we?
No.
I guess we keep looking for stairs. I still think one of the building occupants might be able to lead us better than us just searching blindly.
I guess so. I don't know if they're real
turning
either.
us down. Yeah, I don't know.
There was that doll. And what happened to Mignon? We were looking for him too. Because we lost him. We were headed back, and then we heard the gunshots. Let's just head back. We're at a dead end. I guess there's no other thing than to head back. Let's head back, and I guess we'll look for some more doors and see if we find stairs or whatever.
We don't even know where back is. Like, we don't know where back is.
We can't go forward.
No, I get. This is what I'm seeing. People come, people go. There are people who exist kind of in the building that we can actually bring outside. And then they're like, come on, that dude was from like the 30s, right?
Yeah.
So he's been stuck here for how long? And he's just still here, like trapped.
Well, I don't even know if here is now. I hear you, but what if we're in the 30s?
I don't think I can handle that.
Well, I don't know if I can handle any of it, but right? We just don't have a clue.
We heard Tommy gun fire.
We did hear Tommy gun fire.
They're not here. And we didn't see them in the halls. Like, none of this makes sense. And you guys want to keep going? Like, we need to get out
down on the floor.
No, we just need to get out of here somehow and not come back.
Mosby, who's going to take care of it? Who's going to find Abigail? Who's going to shut all this down?
She's gone. I think we just need to accept the fact that she is gone. She's on some kind of 6th floor. Like, I mean, didn't the people say that you kind of like, I don't know, almost like it's like a video game. You like level up, and that she's leveled up to the 6th floor. And that most people, though, I don't know, like all the occupants of the building are like, oh yeah, we're just hanging out on this floor right here, this 4th floor that shouldn't exist. And like, oh yeah, she's up on 6th and she's hanging out with some mysterious person. Like, I think we just got to say she's gone. She's gone. You can't exist in this place for this long and hold it together. I'm barely holding it together.
You're not holding it together.
No.
But maybe it doesn't matter, right? You want to leave the building. I mean, we still don't have a choice. The only choice we have is to turn around and go through that doorway and out into the hallway. Whether we want to get out of here or whether we want to go upstairs, the only thing we can do is either sit down on a floor and suck our thumbs, or we can go out through the hall and see what we find.
So, Sean, remember Maya had visited a hardware store at some point and gotten flagging tape?
Yes.
I'm picturing us back at the entrance to the ballroom. She's flagging the handles so that when we close the doors, we can see we've been through here. And Maya says, Mosby, there's one difference. We know something in here isn't right. Everyone else was in here without the knowledge of the fact that the reality is altered somehow. We have each other, and we have the knowledge that we have to be on guard. We're the only ones who can do this. Otherwise, people are going to keep walking into this building and disappearing, like some of the people downstairs. Who knows how long they've been here? I was going to say cable guy, but I haven't met the cable guy yet.
Right.
That's why I'm saying if we get out of here, we got to destroy this place. And it's like it should not exist.
I mean, this is what we promised ourselves, right? We were going to give it one shot, and if we can find Abigail and get out, that's great. If we can't and we can get out, then we'll destroy it. That is what we agreed.
Okay.
And I'm with you on that.
That's true.
That's all good.
All right. Maya nods, but she also says, but we haven't looked down every corridor for stairs yet.
I don't even know if there is in every corridor, but let's keep looking. Let's keep looking.
Let's go.
So, yeah, we do that.
Okay.
Are any of our chalk marks, as we head back down the hall away from the thing, are there any of our chalk marks still there?
Yeah, there's one chalk mark he probably left behind that's present. But you could have swore that you probably left a couple others.
Yeah, exactly. Multiple colors. Each one of us had our own chalk.
Yeah, different chalk.
Yep, awesome.
Okay. Back to the mailman Mignon.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Harrigan.
I was just going to say, let's go find Mignon. And sorry, are we presuming we arrived with mailman, so we're looking for him as well? Or will it be a surprise for us to find him in here?
I think it might be a surprise. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Cool.
So Mignon, mailman, and Dave, your newfound friend. What do you guys do?
Walking away from the smelly part.
Okay. You go in a particular direction down the hallway.
And I haven't seen any T branches. I've just been following the hallway since I left the library, assuming I would just bump into everybody.
Yeah. And then it comes to a corner that looks like it goes to the right. And then there's another hallway. And there's a couple doors along the long wall on the right. And then it looks like in the middle of the hallway, there's a junction that goes to the left.
So I would assume mailman's walking fast paced or
Yeah,
walking
and
or
if I
something.
catch you looking at a door, I'm like, no doors.
It's fine. I'm done with doors, and I'm making sure David. I'm encouraging him to speed up the pace.
Yeah,
so we're just gonna hope. We're just gonna hope if we move quickly, maybe we'll catch up to somebody however catching up is done here.
And as you move up further into the hallway, you notice near the end that there's one individual that's wanders out into the hall, comes across your vision, and then there's another one. And as your eyes focus in on the end of the hallway, the lighting is still rather bright. It's, a hotel type brightness. It looked like they're wearing some type of pajamas, maybe, and slippers, something not formal or even business, casual attire. And you can hear them like, their arms are moving subtly. And
I'm going to kind of motion to you, like, Mignon.
What the hell's that, man? What is that, man?
So I'm like, I gave you the hand, like, you control that situation, Mignon, with Langston or Langford. And Sean, I'm just going to, very non-threatening, just kind of walk up to our pajama party and, try to figure out if I have any sense of what the hell this is.
Grab David's shoulder, and I'm like 10 foot behind him, because I am actually afraid that if he gets too far from me down the hall, I'll be lost again. I don't know what's going on, but I'm there. I'm just going to let Mailman do his thing.
As you guys get closer, you realize there's about a half a dozen of them down kind of near the end of the hallway. Just
adults or young people? Or
adults. And they look to be in hospital pajamas as you get closer, and with slippers on, wandering the hallway and mumbling to themselves, making shapes in the air with their hands. Maybe they're signing, or singing, I should say.
Friends, you okay?
Just kind of.
Are they acknowledging that we're here?
They look at you, but it's like very vague. Just nothing. No recognition, no surprise that you're there. Just, and they all each have, hospital bracelets, or so it appears, on their wrists.
Did I make a humans check to see if I really think these people are not with it, or
sure,
if they're under some sort of hallucinogen? Mosby's favorite thing to talk about. Because I guess anything at this point.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay. Success. Very well. Very good. Yeah. They seem, it's hard to tell. Psychotherapy, you might be able, psychology maybe determine, but it definitely seems as though they are a little off. You're not sure if it's drug induced or if they're just in some type of psychosis.
To reiterate, you said, I'm sorry, did they all come out of the same room? Is that what you said?
That's where I was. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
They're just kind of wandering the hallway.
So they just were there.
So we didn't. Okay. Yeah. So I guess, Mailman, I'm just like, psst, psst, and I'm like, maybe take a look at,
So I'm going to kind of walk up, taking my time, non-threatening, and get to the closest one, and just kind of very overt, like reaching for a bracelet.
Okay.
See if I can't see what's on it.
But I'm going to put my hand on my pistol in my pocket.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
So you go up to one Mailman, and you're gonna grab his wrist.
Just actually, not really grab the wrist, to see if I can't just
look at it.
Just the bracelet, right? Just kind of.
So you grab the guy's wrist. No, I'm just kidding.
Roll initiative.
Wait, are we on a train? What is this?
You said.
God.
So there's one person, looks like a male figure, who's got his back to you, probably kind of mid-sized person. Stature, you could guess, is probably male just by the broad of the shoulders. And you look down, and he's kind of like, and he's kind of moving his hands around just like all of them are. And you catch the name. It looks like says last name says Bitmore on it.
Bitmore.
Mm.
And is there anything like a hospital name or a date, or it just says Bitmore?
Well, you just grab just a section of it. You're not sure if there's anything else on the bracelet itself.
If I gently like kind of grab his arm, again, not threatening, just like to stop it from moving, what does he do?
He just like his arm stops, like he's just there, and everything else kind of stays in motion. Like he kind of looks at you, but there's no.
And I'm giving him that creepy smile back, and I'm just,
he's like,
I'm going to kind of look at pull the wristband around. I want to read the whole thing.
Yeah, it says Kennedy Bitmore.
What do I know?
There's no hospital. There's no nothing else that identifies like an entity of any kind other than just.
So Kennedy Bitmore is his name. Got it. Okay, sorry. Got it. I was thinking like Kennedy Bitmore Hospital.
No.
Okay.
Nope. I mean, you're assuming it's his name.
For sure. Kennedy. Can you hear me? So I just turned to you and just shake my head and I let the guy go.
What'd you say, Kennedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I turn back to you, Lou, to Mignon, and I'm like, nothing. I let Kennedy go.
And I just, I mean, they're in like this corner, this turn of this hallway. There's just a half a dozen of these people.
They're kind of making their way down the hall
so it's a troop of
kind of a troop,
wandering patients. Okay.
Yep. And then there's another individual.
Let them wander.
Agent Mignon, you see one, and it says,
Say Brett Blazinski, I dare you.
No, it says Louise Jones right across on her gown. It looks like a female.
Okay. Why that would be there?
Do we just go past them?
I think I'm just taking note of the names and going past. There's if they're not going to communicate. Again, I'm going to go with our prime directive is find the rest of our group. So,
So there's about, like I said, half a dozen. Some have their names stenciled on their gowns, and some have bracelets, and some have both. So it just kind of varies on which one. The one that mailman had happened to see had one bracelet. He was reading it off, and his gown doesn't have anything on it. And then the woman that you noticed, Mignon, had that on her, stenciled on her gown.
Do these look mismatched, or like they could have all been issued from the same institution?
It's hard to say. The stenciling's pretty standard. It looks like, what any hospital would put on a stenciled gown to maybe just keep track of who's who. And
So real quick, I grab one of the books out of Dave's hand, and I grab my pen, and I'm writing the names just in the back cover of the book.
Okay.
I look at mailman, and I'm like, can you read the other ones real quick? You never know. I mean,
I rattle.
One of these could be Abigail.
Off.
We don't even know. Yeah.
Okay.
So
he gives you 4 names, and
he
goes Kennedy Bitmore. Looks like Louise Jones. John Johnson. Let's see. There's Michelle Reynolds.
Shellerson.
There's a Cherie Lang. How many is that? 5?
That's 5, yeah.
And then there is a Jessica Lamb.
And all like similar ages. Anything stand out among the 6, Sean?
I don't know. There's probably something that Agent Mignon would probably freak out a little bit. Do you know who Kennedy Bitmore is, Agent Mignon?
So I did when you said the name Bitmore.
Yeah.
I wasn't that the family name of the people in the last op.
I think if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. I'm looking at your character sheet. I think he might be your best friend.
Oh shit!
Am I wrong in that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you're
I'm
right.
Just
Oh my
wondering.
god!
Like, are we on the same page?
I know that name. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know that name, and if I haven't said it in my sheet in a month, that's why I don't remember.
Yeah, give me a sanity check there, Mignon.
Let's just say I didn't see that name, and then he read it back.
He read it back. Yeah, he read it to you, Kennedy Bitmore, and you're like,
yeah,
what?
I'm going to take a sanity check. I'm
Hold on
sorry.
a second,
That's my best friend. And is it look like Kennedy?
Yeah.
Then I would have known this right away.
Well, he had his back to you guys, and Mailman was trying to get a hold of, look at his wrist and grab him, and I think you didn't recognize him right away.
I apologize for that.
Yeah, he's got long, gray hairs, very haggard. He's like half shaven.
All right, so I didn't realize it when he first said Kennedy, because that's a normal name, and I shake it off, and I guess I grab his arm as he's reading the names, and I grab his arm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Kennedy, is that you? And he's still doing like the weird, like whatever.
You know him?
This sorta.
Is he like your grandfather or something? Or
no, it's my best friend, and I'm just gonna go with on my sheet it's a female, but we'll just say it's a dude because
it is.
Yes.
How would I know?
That's why I didn't realize.
How did I know Kennedy Bitmore was a female?
I don't know. It was in my backstory. But
then if she's female, then she's female.
It's all right. It's a dude now. It's totally dude. Never came into the story. It's now a dude.
Okay.
Kennedy. Yeah. So I'm like snapping, like, hey,
Mailman, you see Mignon's like all of his color just goes boom right out of his body.
Like, does she look okay to you? Like it's her?
Apparently, it's
or like her
now.
yesterday or her tomorrow. Like
whatever.
I'm sticking with her.
Only Lou would change the gender on me as soon as I bring it up. Like, hey, I think it was like she was my.
You did that a lot at the campsite. Friend. It was really uncomfortable.
I thought you were going to say I changed my own gender at the campsite often and didn't know who was coming out of the tent each day.
Yeah, you ran out.
All right. Anyway. And like I take a step back too, because I'm like trying to get the whole picture. This is weird. Everything here is, and I look at Mailman. I'm like, it looks like her a little more haggard.
But same age, Mignon? Like it could have been her yesterday.
She looks older.
Yeah, no. This, this looks like maybe, if she lost her job and lived on the streets and then was picked up and thrown in an asylum. But it's her. I mean, it's the name, and I grab her wrist, and I bring it right up to where it says, and it's right there.
So let's say that your friend that you know and this woman are the same person, right? How long of a journey are we talking about for the person you know to get to where this person is?
I would say a decade. Let's say it would take at least.
I don't mean time. I mean like.
No. Oh, sharp as a tack. Very smart, learned person.
So she wasn't.
This is not
anywhere near this.
No, I don't think this is her. I think this is some weird, cruel trick that this building is playing on us.
I could not agree more. And I think the worst thing we can do right now is to think it is her.
So I flip back to the book and then I let Mailman know and I say, hey, look, it's no different than this book I have in my hands. This book is literally the last op I was on last year.
Okay.
Word for word, detail for detail. I'm in this book. How is that possible?
And it might say all different things tomorrow. Mignon. So, we've established that nothing like you've got to take it down just a little bit. like we can't accept anything as this is what's happening. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you say that book has your last op in it, and I walk through that door and I go to a different door, right? So
I
like
still
none
have
of
the
this
Polaroid
is
camera. I still have it in my satchel. So I'm going to take the Polaroid camera out and I'm going to take a picture of Kennedy. Yeah.
and I'm
And I make sure it comes out.
Shake it.
And I can see I have the picture, right? It's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I stick it in the book. I put it
in
right
the book,
in the book.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And the figures just kind of wander around and they kind of go towards the way that you were coming from, and just slowly, very slowly, just.
And as we're walking, I'm going to pull up to Mignon a little bit and not trying to hide exactly what I'm saying from David, but I'm going to be a little bit quiet and go, I mean it, Mignon. You can't let this stuff soak in. You just got it like a duck.
What if it is her? What if it's actually her and I leave her in here?
Then we're fucked. So we can't accept that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay.
I'm going to be practical about this.
We've got real slim chances right now, and us believing any of this it lowers them even less.
Click, click. Door opens. Guy in pinstripe suit, briefcase, closes the door, walks down the hallway, goes around the corner. Yeah. Starts walking down the hallway.
Yeah, man, can you get him?
Click.
That's how I got separated before.
Okay.
Goes around the corner. Doesn't
acknowledge
take my own
advice here. We're not going to chase him. He goes the way we're going, then that's fine. But we're going this way, and if that happens to be the way he's going, but we're not. I'm not going through another door with him.
Click, click. You hear a door open. Chunk. Closes. Must be around the corner a little.
Okay.
So we march on then.
Keep going down the hallway, Sean.
All right. Going back to Agent Maya Mantillo and Mosby. Are you guys on the move?
Yes.
The dream team. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
You're muted, Harrigan.
That's what makes us so dreamy, is we're all muted.
I should just stay muted all night long. You'd all love it.
Sounds good.
Exactly. Got it. I think we are headed towards where we last saw Mignon.
All right.
Or that's the way we came and see where we end up. Yeah.
Yeah. Looking at chalk and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You come across the room that seems familiar. It does have a chalk mark on it that that Agent Maya probably had put on there, but you could have swore there were other ones that would have complemented this. Like, I'm pretty sure in the hallway that I left that mark, there were other doors, but I don't see those here. So
there were doors. They're gone.
Yeah. So you're not sure, but you continue down the hallway, and at the end of the hallway, it comes to a T intersection. But at the end of the hallway, there is a door. Right at the end of the hallway.
Wasn't there before.
So there's a door ahead, and the hall goes right and left.
Correct.
Are there any marks on the door?
No marks. Just regular door, and to the left and to the right, you hear door opens. Guy in a pinstripe suit exits a door on the left, did I say left hallway? Probably different, opposite which way. And walks across the hallway to another door, opens it, and goes through that door. Closes it behind him. Click.
I kicked the door open in front of us.
The one at the end of at the T intersection. Okay.
Maya was gonna turn the handle, so I think she's about to turn it when here comes Mantillo with her boot.
Right.
Boom. It's like
you enter a room and it's dark.
I do not enter a room. I
you do not enter. Door. You open the door.
Yeah.
You open the door, and there is
flashlight.
There is a medical table in the middle of what appears to be an empty room. And on that medical table, on the medical table is an individual that looks like a male strapped down, tied down to the medical table.
Do they react in any way when I kick open the door?
No. It doesn't look like he's staring in your direction. He's just lying there.
Staring up at the ceiling, presumably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maya I was just going to ask, like in a hospital gown, do they look like they've undergone some kind of surgery? Are they
got
bloody?
A sheet over the top of them, except for as probably up to his torso, mid torso.
I think Maya and Mentillo probably share a look, and then Maya goes, "As it
meaning going left, right?
You first.
Oh, you first. But it's a dead end, right? It's just a room
with the flashlights all around the room from the precipice." From the threshold.
Okay. It's empty.
I don't see any stairs.
No. Ceiling as well.
Yep. The only thing that lights up this room is a big lamp that's shining down on this guy. Almost like a surgery, like a lamp you would see in a surgery room. Old surgery room. There's no Philips big name corporation on the side of that thing.
Is there like a tray table or like a little cart on the side that has medical equipment? No, nothing.
Nope,
nothing to give us a better idea of era. Okay.
Room is darker than any room you've been in, except for this one light, and it's probably a 20 by 20 room, and he is in the middle of it on what appears to be a medical table.
It's not Abigail. It's not stairs. It's not the exit.
Maya reaches in and grabs the handle and pulls the door shut.
Okay.
She says, "Should I open it again? Just to see."
Sure.
So after shutting it firmly, she'll then turn the handle and open it again, Sean, see what's in the room.
You see exactly the same. The man on a medical table in the middle of the room with a light shining down on him. And everybody give me a let me see. Just out of
demolitions. Can I give you a demolitions roll?
Are you going to demolish?
Heavy machinery? Criminology.
I would
persuade you and use the versatile skill.
I want to persuade this asshole to tell us what's going on.
Give me an alertness check.
Alertness check.
Mosby, are you there? Are you at the threat?
Yeah,
Mosby, you give me a check too.
Where's alertness?
All right, good job.
Oh, there it is.
Agent Mosby, you do realize that man seems to be breathing.
Whoever's in there is alive. You can see the sheet rising up and down. We're just gonna leave him.
Businessman that just walked across the hallway.
So, Maya closes the.
We've seen that businessman before, haven't we?
You have.
Yeah.
Did we? They're just going from door to door, room to room.
Yep.
Like, do they have a? Oh, Jesus.
And then one door, the room that he came from was a closet.
Yeah.
And the room he went into was that library that Mignon went in and
which we can't find.
Can't find.
So Maya closes the door and she says, "All right, we have some decisions to make if we can't find the stairs out.
We've got a big decision. We go right or left."
Well, hang on. Before we do that,
I'm listening.
If we find our way out of here and we decide we're going to like burn this place down or whatever.
Yep.
What about all the people in here? Do we try to get them out first?
How? We can't even get ourselves out.
What if they're real people?
Yeah, but this place doesn't exist in reality, in the real world. It's not real.
You want me to shoot one of them and see if they're real?
Well, they might be like kind of, but this is not tied to like the laws of physics do not apply here. I think even if we destroy the build, like who's to say that if we burn the building down that this place burns down?
That's true. The whole thing might stay here in wherever here is, and it's just the entrance in New York. The doorway into the building goes away.
Exactly.
Who knows? That's Mm-hmm.
Left or right?
Left.
Does it matter? I don't think it matters.
So you guys close the door with the room with the guy in it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
You want me to shoot the next person we see? See how real this is?
No.
All right.
However, we could try to restrain someone or try to drag them, I don't know. Let's just see what's left.
Why don't we just go, if we go back to the smoking drinking room, if someone's in there, yank whoever, like instead of trying to deal with trying
Agreed.
to pull someone through. Yeah.
Agreed.
Hey, if we get to the smoking drinking room, I'm not going to have the milk, but I'm willing to go. We might find the stairs then, down and out.
Are you done? You don't think we should look further?
No, we keep looking. I'm good.
Maya's
Let's go find the
exasperated.
next door.
She leads the way left, Sean, down the
Yeah,
hall.
let's go find the next door.
Okay. All right. You go towards the rooms.
Chalk on the walls.
You go towards the room that the pinstripe guy was exiting and entering down that.
If that was left, yeah.
Yeah, that's left. All right. So there's
left.
a door on the left and door on the right, or you can keep going straight.
I think we need to be opening doors just in case Mignon is in one of these rooms. So we open both doors.
Okay. You open a door and give me, let's see. Actually, no need to give it to me. You see down at the other end of the hallway, you see 3 individuals with their backs towards you. And it looks like it might be Mignon Mailman and some other guy.
I just yell out, Mignon! Mignon!
I'll turn around.
Yeah, you hear Mosby, and then you see Maya flashing her flashlight around, and Manteo.
Well, I would never be happy seeing Manteo, but I guess I'm a little bit. So
you guys meet. I imagine you guys walk up to.
As we're walking up, I'm going to go, where's the last place we had lunch?
Last place was that restaurant when Mignon almost threw up in the thing.
Okay.
What do you mean almost threw up?
Almost.
Yeah, I turn to Mignon and just give him a nod, that's them.
I'm like, that's a valid question. I assure David that we know these people, and
who's this?
You guys are federal agents, right? You guys are the feds? It says he's blue shirt, blue pants, cable guy, David Langford.
You know David Langford?
Comcast.
David Langford, you came very close to getting yourself shot.
You're going to shoot me, man? Why are you going to shoot me, man?
You're the next person.
David, she's the one I was telling you about. All right, just nod and play it cool.
She. Oh, okay. I mean, she's not going to shoot me, is she?
I
Seems
can't
unlikely.
guarantee that. So let's just stick by me. Stick by me.
Have any of you seen anybody you know outside of what's happened in the last couple of days?
Hey, what are you doing here? Mailman, when did you show up?
I came in, I saw a guy, started following a guy, and then I found Mignon. But
Oh, you got all the luck.
yeah. I'm overscheduled. That's been covered. What have you guys seen people you know outside of all of this?
No.
Because Mignon thinks he saw a friend of his, and she's 20 years older than now.
I'm looking down. I'm not making eye contact with anybody because I don't.
I just want to know if that's only
it.
happening to him or if it's happened to you.
I don't think I've seen anybody I know here other than you.
Maya glances at the other two and just shakes her head and says, everyone we've seen looks like they're out of time, like from the 1930s or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw my best friend, and she aged significantly, and she was in a patient's gown, and we knew. I mean, it looks like her, and had a bracelet that had her name on it. But she was incoherent, so I don't know, and I just stopped talking.
Any of you
see
see
you having that effect on people?
any of you see a ladder, stairs up an attic trapdoor, anything like that? No way up.
Do you guys have a plan? Because we don't have a plan. Like, do we have a goal? Like, do we know what we're doing here?
We definitely have a goal.
Yeah,
Trying to get to the
out of here
sixth
and
floor.
then the sixth
Sixth floor.
floor. My,
If we
still
can't
with
find
the
it-
sixth floor.
Then we go out.
Hey, cable guy. What's more? What's
You
this
hear
shit?
something shouting from a distant room.
Is that your friend Mignon?
I don't even know, but whatever we're doing, let's do it all together. I promise this time I will not open a door without anybody else.
Okay. That sounds good.
Sean, is this down the corridor past where they came from or back the way that we came?
Past where they came from.
So deeper in.
Deeper.
Who's leading the way?
I will.
Nobody wants to.
Yep, I'll lead the way.
All right,
Are we
go.
going after the shouting? Sure.
Well, why not?
All
Why
right.
not?
Let's go. As good as any
I do invocate and conjure thee, O spirit person, and being with power armed with from the supreme majesty, I do strongly command thee by Burlanganes, Baldachininus, Pauchia, and Apologies.
I make eye contact with everybody, and I say,
Can I make an occult check if I recognize any of that?
Okay, give me a cult check.
You know.
All right.
This is messed up.
It sounds occultish for sure, and you're not.
Of course it does. That's why I'm making an occult check.
You're not
I already got that part.
Success at choosing the right skill.
I was going to swim.
you notice that you realize that those are something to do with demonology, as far as you can tell. I don't know. You're not sure if they're trying to summon a demon or what the case is, but it's definitely occult related.
I'm going to lock eyes with Mateo.
And the sound is coming from ahead of you from a room down the hall.
So Mateo, I'm going to look at you and give
There's
you the
no
I'm going to go.
door.
Are you going to go?
There's
Look.
no door on the room. If you see down the hallway,
It's just an open doorway.
correct. It goes
All right,
into a
I
room,
will,
but it's
I got my gun. I will go.
Okay, I'm going.
go into the room.
Pull the gun, headed to the room.
All right. So Agent Mailman and Agent Mantio go forth. Mosby, Maya.
With
I'll stick with David, the cable guy, to make sure he doesn't do a runner.
Gosh. Well, Mignon is definitely following them. Not gun out, but he figures they have the guns. This is very interesting to him. This is maybe he can cling on to this occult thing that's going on.
Okay.
Maya will draw her weapon and stay with the other two. Rear guard.
Okay. Gotcha. So the three of you that end up going more towards the room, you enter the room. There's no door. It is dimly lit by a overhead lamp. And you walk in, and it appears to be an abandoned room. There's no person there. There is an odd smoking brass vessel marked with strange symbols, sits in front of a pentagram etched in the floor with something like a knife, something sharp etched into it. And Mignon, you realize that it is a symbol used in demonology representing person, capital P, U-R, S-O-N. A great king of hell.
So I mentioned to them, reminding them about the symbols that we saw. And then when I was talking about person previously and they all just thought I was talking gibberish, I will say, hey, look, this represents that same demon that I was researching from Abigail's apartment.
Yeah.
Remember the whole weird guy walking across the
do.
street with the snake and like all that weird stuff and riding a line and this is that thing.
Room is definitely empty.
It is empty. Maya and Mosby, you guys catch a glimpse of someone or something, gold and silver cloth, snaking out of a doorway down past the room. So as you're at the kind of outside of the room and they're scoping this out, you see this down to your right.
Past, so past where they went into the room.
Correct.
Maya's just going to drop to one knee and take aim with her pistol and just try to see what it is.
Okay. You're not sure. It could be a figure of some kind, probably in some type of robe or something. You're not sure. It was it's ducking out of the area into the shadows.
Okay, go ahead, Kerrigan.
No, go ahead, Mosby.
I was just going to yell, yo, hey, you, stop. Don't move.
Hesitates for a second and then skitters off.
Oi, stop.
Go.
They just go. And you hear this out in the hallway. You hear Mosby yell in the hallway. Maya, Maya didn't really, I don't think, say anything. She just kind of took action. You probably heard her move. But
I hear Mosby yelling.
Yeah. Yep. So something's in the hallway.
So I'm going to head that way now.
Okay.
Maya, what do you do? I'm probably going to defer to you because you're the one with the gun and you're the action hero.
Would the other three are coming piling out of the room then?
I exit the room, but I am still staring at the brass smoking container and trying to study what was going on in this room. Because I have a couple of ideas since I know quite a bit about Person. And there is definitely things going through my brain right now that I'll impart to everyone after this chase is done.
So I think Maya's maybe confused for a half a second, not knowing whether she should pursue or not. But when it becomes clear, when Mailman comes barreling out, when it becomes clear that they didn't find anybody in that room, she'll take pursuit as well. Really trying to keep eyes on wherever this figure goes. If it slips around a corner.
Going? Oh shit!
There's something.
Mosby.
The guy casting the spell or whatever, it might be down here, and she's down the hallway.
I will grab Mignon by the elbow since we're the last two and try to keep up with the rest of the gang. So now I think I'm rear guard with Mignon and the others are doing whatever, running off
what about
like
David,
wild hares.
David the cable guy?
David the cable guy is going to stick with Maya, I think, for the most part, for sure. Like he wants.
Okay.
Well, that Mignon might be his buddy too. So,
well, I'm not gonna protest Mantio moving me along because I'm definitely not going to be the only one left here. But I do say to her as we're going, I said, I don't want to lose this room. I think there's something important going on in this room.
No, I hear you. I feel like we're either going to lose this room or the rest of our crew here. I don't know what they're doing running off like this. But
Maya and Mailman have ducked after the figure.
Right. And so I think we're kind of jogging after them, but not sprinting like they are.
Well, you guys are conversing. Like, are you moving down the hallway and conversing, staying in the room?
Exactly. No. As I said, I grabbed him by the elbow.
Oh, okay.
I let him grab me by the elbow.
Yeah. And he's talking
and
to
me. And I kept looking over my shoulder
talking.
like,
all right. So you guys are all going in the same direction. Yeah. Maya, Mailman, and Mosby are kind of like boot scoot. Yeah. And you get down to where you thought you saw the figure, and you look down the hallway and you see the figure down the other end at the right. Like You go right around the corner. You see them at the other end of the hallway, and then they're going to the left. You boogie down there, and there's no sign. Maya, Mailman, and Mosby, give me sand checks.
Sanity checks, Sean?
Yes, please.
Gotcha.
No sweat.
Failed.
Mailman.
Mosby, success.
Success.
Maya, great. Okay. All right.
When we get down there, Maya says, "Shit, is he leading us away?"
Gotta
So-
stop chasing people.
What happens to the failures?
Nothing.
Okay, cool.
I don't. Maybe they weren't even there. Maybe it's a figment of our imagination, like half this place.
Mosby,
Exactly.
Mailman, Maya, all you guys sitting in the hallway, kind of caught up. You could, you know that it went down that way. You're not sure where. You look back the way you came, and you can see where the room was. Like you can go back down the hall,
I don't like was.
left, and you could see where the room was.
But
So
we
in other
cannot
words, you
see.
have your bearings the best
Right.
you probably have had since you've been in here.
Mignon, do you think there's value in that room?
Do. And the only reason is because the night I was puking my brains out, I was going to impart to everyone the information that I found specifically about Person in my Aleister Crowley books that I have. And Person, his main thing and what he was known for and why people prayed to him was he can tell all things past, present, and to come. And it's kind of like what's happening here. It seems like all of that stuff is at the same time. So maybe that room could help us with answers or find what we needed to find. I mean, we heard that guy. I mean, we kind of heard it was muffled, but it sounded like he was asking Person for something. We're not sure what it was, but if it was for information or, I don't know. I don't know.
Did you dog ear the page on how we banish Person?
That isn't really that really isn't in there. It's just about Person and the other demons in the codex. So
What
again,
was
a
that
lot of it is
brass thing? The smoking. There was smoke
it
coming
was some
out
kind
of
of brazier that some smoke was coming out of. Maybe there's certain sense that they're burning in there, just part of the incantation. I'm willing to do a little more digging around and seeing if anything makes sense in there. It could be as simple as we just go in and ask Person a question.
it. Sure,
Maybe
yeah, I
that's-
bet it's
I mean,
that simple.
everything else has been crazy, so why not?
Let's go back there.
Go back to the room.
We need to stop chasing people, though, guys. That's going to get us separated. We're
Yeah.
going to get lost.
You're right.
And this is the only nugget of any kind of correlation to Abigail's room, because we saw the symbol of Person on her wall.
You're right. I have a knee-jerk reaction to people trying to summon stuff, but you're right.
No, I hear you on it.
No. Again, I don't want to summon anything. I don't want to meet Person or if it's a real thing or what. But I'm just trying to get in with the rest of the crazy that's going on. So
Yeah, you got that.
I
Yeah.
guess we walk back down the hallway.
Are you guys going back to the room
Yep.
with
Demon room.
the demon room, the occult room?
Yeah.
Okay, you're there at the demon room where the
Well,
shouting.
this is a minor miracle.
So do I see the Person symbol anywhere or not necessarily?
Well, it's the symbol. I mean, you see,
That same symbol.
yeah,
Okay, that's
It's-
how I
it's-
knew it was that. Okay.
sits in front of a pentagram etched in the floor. look like a knife. That's the person symbol that you noticed or recognize.
So is the brazier inside of the pentagram, or is the pentagram in front of the brazier?
The smoking brass vessel, strange sits in front of the pentagram.
That's where they put
I'm
genies
sorry,
and
I think
stuff,
I
right?
misspoke. The brass vessel sitting in front of the pentagram, etched
So the
in the
pentagram's behind.
floor, is something like a knife. Yeah.
I'm gonna make my way to the vessel.
Okay.
And smell. Try to get see what that aroma is, or if I can identify what is being burned in it.
I'm sticking close to Mignon.
I don't know if you can recognize it. It's probably some type of weird, strange incense of some kind.
Okay. That's just enough that would help with anything that I've read by occult studies.
Well, I mean, your occult studies tell you that something here, somebody was trying to summon, probably person.
All right, so to me, this is a summoning circle.
Yeah, man,
for all intents and purposes.
Yes,
okay,
for sure.
That's why I was asking: is it in it,
Yes.
or is the circle separate? Okay. All right, so I impart that to everyone else. I say, all right, now that everything's slowed down and I can look at what's going on here, clearly tell everyone that this matches drawings that I've seen of summoning circles for demons. And obviously, if they have this symbol, and I point to the person symbol and say, someone is trying to summon person or summon an aspect of him, it.
So is there something we can do here that'll make this less summoning-y?
Is that what we want to do, or do we need to ask questions? That's where I'm at.
You fucking
I know it
crazy.
Sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I look at you guys. I'm like, I know this sounds crazy.
It sounds crazy.
I study this stuff.
Right.
You guys know how to shoot and run.
And when we get out of here, you can study it some more. But
yeah, I can shoot and run. If you're thinking about talking to a demon, I can definitely shoot and run.
So what can we do that would hurt O.J. Simpson's chances of summoning something here?
I mean, we could deface the circle. We could empty the contents of the bronze vessel. There are things we can do. I mean, everything has to be right. All the T's have to be crossed, the I's have to be dotted for this to work properly. So yeah, I'm sure the stuff we could do.
Sean, did I misunderstand you? Did you see there was a knife in the floor, or that was etched with a knife?
With something sharp like a knife.
Okay.
It's not like somebody didn't take a jigsaw or a wood burning thing. They etched it with like a knife of some kind, probably.
Who's got something I can mess up this etching with?
What do you want?
I'm talking to the crew.
Well, you might have it on you. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. So something that, is it a wood floor? Is there something that?
Yeah, it's wood. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I got a knife. I got tools. I got my bag. I got stuff.
Before he messes it up, I take a Polaroid of how everything is set up.
Okay.
And as he's taking a Polaroid and the tools are getting out, Maya's actually been in the doorway the whole time. She hasn't even come into the room.
Perfect.
I don't know if we have disclosed our inciting incidents to one another at some point over beers or whatever. Probably not. But I will share only that Maya's is not religious in nature. So it wasn't like demons and that kind of shit. And she is a lapsed Catholic, unbeknownst to her father. This shit is freaking her out.
Yeah.
Because she was raised really religious. And in fact, after you get that Polaroid to snap, she takes 2 strides into the room, and unless someone stops her, she's kicking that fucking brazier into the corner, just like drop kicking it, slamming it against the wall. She's like, we need to fuck this shit. This isn't right. Any of this, and she kicks the brazier unless someone stops her.
Mignon, are you gonna
go ahead.
I don't know if you would note Did you want to stop this? Are you trying to guard
No,
this?
I'm not going to. I
Okay.
see the
Passion.
mental state of
Yeah.
the
You can
crew
read the
right now.
temperature a little bit. in the room.
So, but I do have.
David's like,
again,
man, what the hell's going
I
on
carry
here,
my
man?
satchel with my books, and specifically, I brought that Aleister Crowley book, and I am flipping through it, and I am jotting notes in the margin, and I'm staring at this Polaroid. I have a suspicion that this may not be the right thing to do. But if this is mentally helping everyone right now, that they're all joined in one purpose, sure.
That's real sweet of you.
Yeah, I look at
Now,
you,
does
Matteo, and
anything-
I just put
now-
my hand. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what rolls out of, or falls out, or spills out of the cauldron
Brazier.
or whatever?
It's empty.
Curious about that.
It's empty,
Ooh.
but there clearly was smoke coming out of it.
There was, yeah.
Matteo, I put my
Interesting.
hand out like throw me something. And
Okay.
I'm
How big
on
is-
one
how
knee
big is
ready.
Brass
How big is
vessel?
the?
It's probably, I don't know, probably a foot and a half.
All right. After he kicks it, and
Thanks.
if no
Ping,
one is paying
ping.
attention, after it's sitting in the corner, I go to pick it up and look at it.
Mignon
And
goes
study
to pick it up, Maya.
Leave that shit right where it is. She aims her gun at him.
Uh-oh.
Fucking leave it.
Hey!
Eh.
There's enough crazy in here. You don't have to be. All right, fine.
Let's deface this circle and get out of here.
And I walk out to the doorway, and I just stand in the doorway, and I look at David, and I'm like, I don't know, David.
Are we all supposed to be on the same side, man? I want to get out of here. You're arguing with
cool.
her,
It's
and
cool.
she's like kicking that thing. Come on, I thought you guys were like the heroes, man.
I've known her for a while. She's probably getting me back from something from a year ago. Don't worry about it. Everything's all right.
You guys are making me nervous, man. I'm gonna freaking hide in the closet down the hallway somewhere.
You know it might not even be a closet anymore, so shut up.
Well, I
and
know,
just
but
sit
I
there.
don't know if I want to take my chances with you guys. You guys might
All
be
right.
crazier than the rest of these people roaming around.
Wait,
David, do what you wanna do.
wait. David, you've been talking to other people.
Well, I've been trying to stay away from them. They're all, I mean, people coming in and out of doors and sounds, and it's just, I don't know what's going on, man. I can't get out of here. It's like, I've been up here for a long time, man.
Did
See,
you
I
talk to
listened to this
anybody
the
while
whole
you were
time.
here?
Oh, there's that, I don't know, some southern guys, or I don't know, he talks like from New York or something, like, I don't know, from freaking 1930 or some crap. I don't know what his name's, freaking some
Rourke?
What? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's like, oh, good, because have a cigar. What's your problem? I don't know what his problem is, man. I don't.
Do you know how to get back to that room?
If I knew how to get back there, man, I'd be there, dude. Think I'd be with you
Guys,
guys if I could get back to
guys,
that room?
I tried this for 15 minutes.
Are you
I've heard
freaking
all this
insane,
already.
man?
Have you been eating?
I've been eating like stuff that's like left outside of doors. Whatever I
whatever.
can come across, like hors d'oeuvres and stuff. Like, I don't know, there's like a party going on somewhere. It's like nuts, man.
So I get out some wrenches and hand one over to Mailman, and we just start scraping the shit out of the floor.
Okay.
Just shake my
Boom,
head.
boom, boom, bang, bang.
Maya does the
bang.
same thing. Grabs a screwdriver.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You deface the symbol. You take a few
Yeah,
minutes.
if there's any runes, anything like
Mosby, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm standing there in disbelief. Like, I'm kind of walk over to Mignon and be like, this is nothing more than a goddamn oversized Ouija board. What the hell are we freaking out about this for?
I tell Mosby,
Guys are in
I hope
this apartment, and you're like, this thing's got to go.
Like, what is
I'm
wrong?
like, I
This
hope,
is not the priority.
hope we're
This
doing the
is
right
not the
thing.
problem.
I just hope that this doesn't make our chances more worse for getting out of here, because I truly believe we didn't do what we were supposed to do yet, and to start, hacking and slashing everything before we're done.
Yeah,
seems to be a problem.
I understand. You're interested.
I was talking
in
to I was talking to Mosby. Keep banging your wrenches.
Okay.
I'm
Dude,
whispering to
Mignon,
Mosby in the
I'm
corner.
sorry, dude. You were talking about trying to talk to a demon. Like, I'm sorry,
Right.
dude. Like, come on. This is absurd.
Yeah, it all is absurd. I get it. I totally get it.
A demon.
Can we hear this, Mignon? Are you in the room?
No, we were in the
Yeah,
doorway
we're
while
off
you
kind of
guys
in the
were
second. You guys
banging
are
it.
hammering
the
away
impression
and
we're
we're
making
chatting.
noise.
Smashing. Yeah, this
Yeah.
was just me and him.
Yeah.
So that's all. It's just a short.
I know
whisper
not only does
conversation.
Mailman feel better about defacing this, but so does the player. I feel like we've accomplished something.
Exactly. We've actually done one thing that is meaningless, but we've done something.
And then I'm sitting here going, yeah, something maybe I could do to do something weird.
Yeah, Mignon
No, we
can
don't
easily
want to be
use.
doing more weird. We don't want to be doing more weird, Mignon. This is not the tour. We need to get out of here and burn this place down. That is the tour.
I'm overruled. I get it.
As soon as you say Mosby, as soon as you say burn this place down, I go boom, point at you like you the man. I'm with you.
I guess federal agent team definition is different than
That is our remit is to destroy things that are unnatural. You do remember that, don't you, Mignon? That is in fact our goal.
The Postal Service didn't send me here.
I get it. I don't know anything. I understand.
That's
right?
true.
I'm not saying you guys are
that.
wrong. I just hope you're not. That's all. That's all.
Have we finished defacing the floor?
Yeah.
Sean?
Yeah.
Have we finished with the floor?
I would think so. Why don't we take a break? Want to take a break?
That's a good idea.
Quick 10 minutes.
Let's take a break.
Yep.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Take a break. We'll come back and we'll figure out what's going on next.
When I walk into the next room, I start carving the same symbol into the floor.
Of course.
From your Polaroid.
Not yet. Not yet.
That's right. You don't want to get shot yet.
You guys are in the hallway. You defaced what appears to be an occult symbol ritual that had been happening.
After we trapped ourselves here. Yep. Then what?
We corrected it.
Sure.
Mignon wants it preserved. Maya wants nothing to do with it. Kicks the vessel
pointed
across
a gun at me.
and pointed a gun. Meaning business.
Probably getting used to it by now.
Well, that may be true. So as you're sitting or standing, I would say by the entrance of this room that has no door, and you're discussing what you're about to do next. There looks to be a male, young Caucasian male. Looks like he's wearing 1940s or 50s garb coming down the hallway, rounds the corner, smiling and laughing as if involved in a conversation with some invisible party. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, you can't be serious. And some of the conversation that he's having with somebody that's not there is a little bit lost on you, and it's a little quieter at times. And he starts walking right towards you, paying no mind, as if you were people on the street corner. And
Mosby, go out and grab him?
You're going to grab him, Mosby?
Yeah, I kind of do. I want to kind of grab his, how do I want to do this? Not like grab, like tackle grab, but almost like kind of interrupt them. Put your arm out like you're interrupting the conversation very naturally and say, hey, I'm looking to have a drink. Can you direct me to the smoking room?
And as you do that and you grab him, your hand goes right through him.
Oh, Jesus. That's not good.
And his skin goes sallow and pale, except for his face, which becomes purple and swollen.
The man's not Mosby's.
I fall back.
The figure that Mosby grabs and asks to have a drink with. And his eyes turn up and bulge white and then burst red.
Oh,
and there's
like something out of the Ghostbusters.
A ghost
fall
rope,
way backwards.
A ghost rope pulls at his neck in a noose, and he appears to lift off the ground and dangle. Give me a sand check.
Freak out. Oh,
Give me
yeah,
a
for
sand
sure.
check, Mosby.
Just Mosby?
100%.
Wow, hold on a second. Oh, critical success.
Oh,
He's probably almost relieved it wasn't flesh and blood. I didn't have to deal with
Yeah,
it.
see, now I'm telling you, we don't know if things are real, things are not real.
So
Everything that we see maybe is like, we should just ignore.
So that's for the, that's weird. And then as you all see the figure change and transform in front of you, everybody give me a sanity check.
Me too?
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
So mailman succeeded.
Maya failed.
Maya
failed. Where am I? Mantio, critical success. Okay. Did I miss? Maya failed. Mosby.
It was just Maya who failed.
Yep.
Mosby's okay. Got it.
Mateo got a crit.
And Mignon succeeded. Okay. Fantastic.
Military training.
And then as he
Or tying your shoe and didn't see it. That's what happened.
And as he passes and he moves past you, his figure starts to go back, and as the rope and the noose kind of disappear and reverts back in the same way, becoming the youth again. And then as he passes, he says, you overhear him say, "The ballroom, what do you want to show me?" And he just keeps walking.
That's where the gunfire was, right?
There was gunfire in a ballroom.
Yeah. Well, don't follow that thing.
Nope.
How are we going to get to the ballroom?
We
don't need to go there. We were already there. There's no way out of there. It's just blood and bullets.
Where are we going now?
Out. We need to get out. Don't say it, Maya. Don't say it.
Next time, ask them for stairs going up, Mosby.
Not a chance.
Sean, what did Maya lose sanity?
Mm-mm.
No, for failing the sanity check?
No.
Yeah, I
Fine.
already discovered that.
Yeah.
Not
Maya,
good.
at the end of the hallway, at the opposite end of the hallway, there you see like curtains that are stretched across at the end of the hall.
Weren't there before. Or we just didn't notice them.
We just didn't notice them. And so it looks like it's covering what would be like a window of some kind. And you mentioned looking for those or noticing those, and it's the first time that you actually realize that, but they're closed, right? They're not open, but it's a curtain rod, couple curtains that come from like a foot down from the ceiling, curtain rod, and then they're draped down and meet the they come close to the floor, probably about 3 inches off the floor.
Is there light through them?
Not from where you're standing, no. They're pretty heavy, thick curtains.
So we're in where are we? We're still in the demon summoning room?
You're right outside that.
Just outside it.
We just stepped outside of it. Okay.
So this potential window is where? Down the hallway or like kitty corner?
Down the hallway.
Should we just go to it?
Let's go.
Maya's like a window. You were looking for one earlier.
Yeah, that's probably why it's there.
Could be. Check it out, Sean.
Okay. Maya, and who else goes towards the window?
I'm headed.
Mailman will go.
All right. Mailman, Mantio, Maya. Mignon's probably trying to put the circle back together.
I want to grab the vessel, but I don't want to be shot, so I'm going to follow everybody else.
You don't know how far they're going. Who knows? Maybe you can get away with it.
Yeah, I'm not losing them.
Mosby?
That was horrible.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's through this window.
All right. You guys go down there and end of the hallway, and there's the two big curtains.
David is right here.
And David's with you, man. Why are you guys fussing around with this stuff, man? Let's just get out of here.
Dude, that's what we're trying to do.
Who's heading up this little initiative here? Maya?
If no one else is, Maya certainly. Yeah.
Just like pull them apart.
Yep.
Right. You hear the rings at the top. Shing. And you pull it apart, and there's a window. And instead of the outside world, which could be an external wall, the window shows an impossible view of an endless expanse of rooms.
We call it almost an impossible landscape of rooms.
The window itself appears to open on a living room whose windows open on a dining room, a lounge, a bedroom, and so on, and so on, and never the outdoors. It's such a weird, mind-boggling state that you're having a hard time decipher just all of these things on top of one, just as far as you can see. Give me a sanity check, everybody looking through the window.
Almost like kind of a mirror within a mirror kind of thing that goes on and on forever.
It is just like that, but obviously changing of the scenes a little bit, but it's just so vast and goes on forever. Right.
We are definitely the sanest bunch of nut jobs.
Yeah, I know. We've been looking on this one.
What the heck?
Yes.
I'll take it.
Agent Mose. Where did I start? I'll go Maya.
We're getting used to this.
Successes. We all passed.
Everybody passed. Well, that's
all passed. Sorry, Sean.
Yeah. I'll roll again if you want.
No, that's
what happens.
It's all good.
Is there anything in this vast, twisting rooms piled on top of one another and whatnot that looks like it's a place we want to go? Like either the smoking room or a set of stairs or a ladder or a bat pole going up to the ceiling. Any of those things would be great.
Yeah, nothing that you could see that like, oh, we should go there and just walk through the window, through another door, through another window.
What kind of window is this? Is it like French doors window, like sliding window, modern window? Is it a 2020 window or 1990s?
It is a double pane, double hung, where you would open it up.
So more like a French door window. Okay.
Yeah. Not an unusual piece of decor given the architecture of what you've been encountering.
Because I'm super curious, and I'm gonna take my wrench and I'm gonna smash the window.
Okay, smash. Glass rings out, crumbles down to the floor.
Is there any air or anything?
There's
movement,
air.
Anything?
Yeah, you feel air.
Any air movement from the other side?
No, it's all pretty steady. You know, there's no differences in pressure.
Just to be sure, you could have just opened that window, right?
Yeah.
Just checking. All right. That's all.
We went into this room where there had been a whole bunch of bullets shot, and there were no bullet holes in the walls.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, that'd be accurate, yes.
It was the ballroom, right? That you guys were talking about?
Right, where that other phantom was going.
That we could have followed Ghosty McGhost to, but yeah, okay.
Sean,
no reason to. Yeah.
What is the room immediately on the other side of the window? Is it like the room we're in, like a hallway?
It's a living
room, right?
It's a living room.
Living room, yeah.
So Maya holsters her weapon, puts her hand up for someone to like grab her hand. Any of you, please.
Yeah,
somebody.
I'll do it.
You pointed a gun at me. No.
She's going to lean into the room through the broken window and look up. So, in other words, are there windows above us? Is there anything in the living room? Another window, one floor up, for example.
There is not. It's a ceiling.
Like that.
Yeah, it's like an apartment building living room. Okay. Yes, yeah.
So more of the same, just more twisting, turning, upside down, fucked up space.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all messed. I mean, I don't see how it makes any difference if we go through the window or we don't go through the window. It's all messed up. So
How did we find the smoking room last time we were here?
There should be chalk marks. We left chalk marks the whole way.
But who?
You're so concerned to get back to the smoking room.
Yeah.
We can follow our trail.
But we can't because the chalk marks have vanished.
And we've been following our trail. We didn't come back the way we went, right? This T junction we just saw with the door to the hospital guy, that didn't exist before, and that was just us tracing our foot back the way we came. I mean,
look, we got out of this place once before. How did we do it?
We just wandered, and eventually we were out.
We found the smoking room a different way.
I don't remember looking for anything, finding anything. I know we were just walking, and eventually we were out. Like, there was no logic to then either. Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, maybe the logic is instead of trying to find our way back, we just keep pressing forward.
Yeah, let's do it. Although last time we pressed forward, we ended up at a dead end. That was that ballroom. But yeah, let's go forward. Okay. Sure, let's do it. I like it. Let's go through the problem.
Forward.
Out of game question real quick. Mailman, when you failed your sanity roll, what was that for again? What are we doing?
Is it the ghost? Like we was talking about 10 minutes
ago?
No, before that.
While we were still
before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why can't I figure out what that was?
Was that was the brat? Was it the bracelet or the people roaming the hallway?
No, there was something else. I can't remember.
Was it?
I'm just trying to put something together.
Was it? Let me see my notes. It could have been. Was it the? Nope, that's not it.
So yeah, must be we all passed.
The summon?
But,
the mailman? Did you?
Was it the summoning thing?
No,
we didn't have to make sanity checks when we went in there.
It was before that. I can't remember.
We're going insane. I can't. I'm usually good at remembering, and I can't remember why you failed the sanity check. I'm just trying to put stuff together because it
might have been the guy, David. Was it meeting David? And him telling you he's been in there since
failed
March?
the check, and then she saw something that she's been looking for this whole time, like windows and stuff. I was just curious if you failed the check, and then shortly after that, we saw something. I don't think so, but I'm just I'm grasping at anything.
know.
Like maybe we have to slowly become, less sane to pull the veil back and actually figure out what is going on.
And we keep making sanity checks.
I know. That's I'm like, I'm just trying to, I don't know. I'm just thinking. So.
I don't know, man.
I'm just curious. We'll find out when someone fails the next one. All right. So where are we going?
When you guys say forward, you mean through the window?
Sure. Why not?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it. And I will climb through the window.
Knock the rest of the glass out of the pane.
Knock the rest of the glass off and climb through the window.
All right, go through the window. You're in a living room. The living room has two windows that shine into, I believe, a dining room, if I remember correctly.
So we'll help everybody else in.
So there's no doors. It's just windows into a dining room.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And then
the next room is like windows into something else. No doors.
Whose windows open on a dining room, a lounge, a bedroom, and so on. It just goes on and on.
Yeah.
And on.
So there's no doors. There's only windows now.
Correct.
I will open the window to the dining room after we get everyone into the living room.
You open the window to the dining room, and there's a lounge. It's not the same one you came through.
I'm making sure everything's tangible in this room. Like I'm just touching things, and it's all there as far as I know.
Yes.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay. There's another window and there's a bedroom.
Is the decor from the 30s or is it modern?
Yeah.
I would say it's probably from the 30s. Yeah.
It all looks similar in the same. It's not like different.
Cut from the same
times.
cloth. Right.
Okay.
Does it look lived in? Like if there's a kitchen table, is there like a place setting? Is there a coffee cup with coffee stains in it?
Yeah.
That kind of thing?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
What?
This goes on and 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 on.
So,
like, how long do you want to go?
Oh, we went the wrong way. We have to go back to the hall.
Subtle.
Damn it. The whole plan of going forward.
Windows
Does it make-
and goes
does it
on
make
and
any
on.
sense,
Oh.
you people who like to smash and crash things? Does it make any sense to try to pry up some floorboards and bust a hole in the floor just to see if it's more rooms below us or something else?
Boy, oh boy. He's insane and he's not even failed his, like, he hasn't even broken yet.
Pry bar.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we got,
Not a
you just
bad
got to keep
idea.
trying stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
curious. Like,
Sure.
is it only this way, or is it?
I hear you. Yeah,
I don't know.
no, let's pull out some tools and start cutting.
Maybe-
So we're in the 3, 4, 5 rooms in or whatever. And starts working our way through the floor.
Rip on the floor.
Gonna take you a while.
I mean, I don't think that's going to work, guys. Like, we just looked through that window into infinity. Who knows what's been. I don't think that's it.
I think we should go back.
Thinking
Yeah,
is
you're
not,
right.
not
We have to go back. Maya, I can't. Yeah, we have to go
Maya,
back.
give me a sanity check.
What? The hell? First, I closed your sheet. Hang on. Success.
Okay.
So are you guys prying up floorboards?
Yeah.
While they're doing that, Maya will, whatever room we're in, whether it's a dining room or a lounge or whatever, she's just sort of casing the place, Sean, just looking for like anything that reminds her of stuff we saw on the walls in Abigail's apartment, demonology, symbols, shit that just kind of jumps out at her. So she's casing the place while they're working.
Okay.
And on and on and on.
You come across, because you're probably the one that's just looking more in detail as these guys tear up a floor.
She's going over it with a fine-tooth comb, yes.
Yeah. You find a small piece of paper.
She reads it.
That appears to come from the Chicago Tribune from August 20th, 1905.
She'll read this aloud to them as you're describing it. So while they're working, she's like, piece of paper, Chicago Tribune, 1905. What's the story?
Can I use my history to see if that date rings a bell?
You could, but
Because I
I'll
have
tell
a
you,
fairly high. Okay.
you could,
Doesn't
but
mean anything.
it doesn't have any relevance. You're not
Oh,
sure.
it's not like a date that we know something.
No, you
like
can't
a
place it.
disaster happened or something. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
And it's
So
got,
nothing rings a bell.
it's got this. I wonder if I think I have this in my handouts or not. I might not. Let's see. Oof, okay. Bear with me for just a second because I don't know if I actually.
I realize that I'm just getting in the way of Mantillo and Mailman hacking apart this floor. So I'm just going to stand back and cross my arms and supervise.
You're providing a -20 to the work.
They literally glare at me like, get out of the way, noodle arms. Okay. All right. I
Oh,
got
that's funny.
So Maya, you see that etched into the paper with like a ballpoint pen. Do you see that on Foundry?
Yep. And it looks, have we seen that before?
seen that
Yeah,
before.
we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. So it's like ballpoint pen, like traced out onto the newspaper that's dated August 20th, 1905. And
She holds it up so whoever's looking can see. She's like, this again.
yeah,
Since I'm not prying out the floor, I'll gladly grab it and stare at it and look at my notes I have from the last one that I took.
so
With
you show this to Mignon?
Yep.
Maya?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you hear Mignon say, "Tell me, have you seen the yellow sign?"
She hears him say that.
Yeah.
She just looks back at the sign for a minute. I would imagine her skin flushes. She gets kind of a sound in her ears, and she's just like, "What? The yellow sign? Is that what this is?"
And then everybody hears Maya say, "Hey, tell me, have you seen the yellow sign?"
What are you two talking about?
Both of you have no.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you mean?
Like Mignon has not said this, and Maya has not said this.
No. So we
Did
don't
they hear each
it.
other?
Yes.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
But you don't realize you're speaking these words.
Like, I don't know. Maya said something about a yellow sign.
No, you said it too.
No,
I didn't say anything.
I definitely didn't say it. No, you totally said something about a yellow sign.
You both said it. Do either of you know what this is?
She shows it to mailman. It's the same thing they saw before.
Yeah.
So, mailman, as you look at this, you hear Maya say, "Have you seen the yellow sign?" And then Mignon says, "Have you seen the yellow sign?"
They just did it again. Did you hear them say it?
Yeah. What the hell's the yellow sign?
Yeah, but didn't mailman just say it?
Yeah.
You just
Mailman, you said it
about
too now.
I crushed the paper.
All right, you guys give me sanity checks. Everybody.
Oh yeah,
Except-
everybody, Sean?
Yeah, except for
Mantio
Mantio,
who's going at the floor.
Mantio, who's still
crowbar.
going at the floor, and Mosby.
There it is. There it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What is
there.
that mean?
There's a
There
little
it is.
100 for you to wrap up the session.
What just happened? Was that
Crit success. Nice work, mailman.
is that a crit fail?
Oh, yeah.
That's
100.
a fail
There you go.
and a fail.
When
Wow.
crumpling the paper or attempting to crumple the paper.
Wow.
It fits.
Turns out it's a razor blade.
Wow.
Wow. So mailman critically
I'm
failed.
free every other Tuesday now. So
That's excellent, man. This will work. All right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
So the same question again. Do we take any sand damage?
No.
He's figuring something out.
Scares me.
Delta Green's easy. Then you never take sand damage.
Mailman, you see a door at the end of the hallway. And it's cracked open and it seems to have light coming from it. You could smell cigar smoke coming from it.
Can you smell that? And I point to the door.
Nobody else can smell it.
Smell what?
Can we see a door?
Can you see the door? I'm just going to start walking towards it.
Okay.
Hey, whoa, hold on.
You guys wanted to go back to the lounge, right? The
Yes.
cigar lounge?
Yes.
So what's the point? What do we see him pointing at?
See a door at the end of the hallway he's pointing at.
Oh, all
All
right.
right, let's go together.
Yeah.
Let's
See
stay
the.
together.
Can they see the light like I see the light?
They can.
Okay.
All right,
I smell cigar smoke.
Come on,
Let's
David.
go.
let's go. Let's stay together. Let's go.
All right. So you end up going through the door. You open the door. Mailman. Nobody. Open the door
Yeah.
and the
Oh, yeah.
light the light opens up into the hallway and there's a lounge with big lounge chairs, big bookshelf, wet bar in the corner.
Yes. We found it. Oh,
Yes,
Mosby's
but
like
no.
get the hell out of here. We found it.
And there's a door across the way.
Is Rourke in here?
Rourke is not here.
Is anybody in here?
There doesn't seem to be anybody here but you yahoos.
And David? Does David
And
that
have
other door.
David
Yeah,
is with
David.
you. David's with you. He's like, what was this? What was this? Is this? Wait a minute. I've
We're
been here
almost there.
before. He's like,
Yeah.
I've been here before. I've been here. I've seen this. I remember.
I poured David a double to
You
calm
just go
him
over to the
down.
wet bar and like pour
I'm
a drink.
just like, Dave, here.
Like, what are you
dude,
doing, man?
No.
I go
Yeah.
and
Wow.
open that door across the room there.
Okay.
What
So
do I see?
Manteo opens the door, and you see a little platform with a stairwell that goes down, and it's dark.
See that
Guys, stairs.
That's the way out.
Let's
Down.
go.
Let's go.
I
I will hold
reluctantly
the door
follow.
open and hope that
To
everyone
me.
can get to me and get through it and get down. I will go last
All right.
unless something else happens.
Unless anybody objects, I would imagine you follow.
Before we leave, I know I looked already. There's no books in here at all that I
Get your
think
ass over
I
here,
should grab.
Mignon.
Well, that depends.
Chill out. The door's open.
There's
The
a
door's
huge
open.
bookcase
There's
in
a
this
huge
room.
We do not have.
bookcase.
It's not. They're not even real. You can't even take them out of the building. They will simply vanish.
I
It's
have
all-
this
it's all
book
right,
in my
Mosby.
hand right now.
It's all right.
Yeah,
we can
and it's
leave
going to
him here.
vanish too as soon as we walk out of this place. Like the food
We can
goes
leave him
rotten,
here. Don't
and like the
argue.
air vanished and the water vanished. It's not real.
Well,
Put
that's
it
not
down,
going to hurt
Mignon.
anybody if I just grab a book. It's not going to
Holy.
explode. Chill out.
Just leave him be. If we leave him here, that's fine. I don't mind.
There's the Manteo I remember.
After
That's
you,
what I'm talking
Mosby.
about.
Yo, I'm right out. Right. Thank you.
He's like-
And I'm gone. Thank you. Gone.
Well,
Right.
I'm glad Manteo's waiting for me. Can I scan the bookshelf? Is there anything that looks interesting to me?
There's many. It's like, okay, so the wall is covered floor to ceiling bookcase made of.
I'm not going to
what-
spend. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
going to spend an hour.
It's got
I'm
a rolling
gonna
step
look-
ladder. It's that's permanently
She's
attached to
out.
a rail. It runs the length, and it's got books, hardcover books, and folios of all kinds of different sizes. But none are labeled. You can grab
door
one off the
closes
Just
shelf.
behind
just to
her.
prove a point again, I'm just going to grab a book
Yep.
that's at eye level.
Yep.
I grab it on
Okay.
instinct, and I see Manteo is not going to wait, and so I will make sure I just grab and go.
Okay, you grab it, and you got it.
Maybe, right?
Well, I don't know. You've got it in your possession.
Okay. I exit with everybody else.
All
and
right,
David comes out with us.
and David comes out with you guys. Okay. So you are all probably, I'm guessing, down the steps onto the second floor of the Macallistair Building.
I'm opening the book and seeing if there's words in it as I'm walking down the stairs.
You open the book, and what you realize are what appears to contain antique pornographic photographs throughout the pages.
I picked good. I picked great.
Good instincts.
All of the participants, as you page through, seem to be in these scenes wearing masks, and many appear to be staged in elaborate costume tableau. And the range of activities is a breathtaking.
So I'm aroused by it, but I'm
So he
upset
loves
that
it,
I'm
yeah.
aroused by it.
And the photos include many human oddities, which would be commonly found at turn of the 20th century sideshows. There's peculiar
That's
malformations exploited to their fullest sexual potential.
I apologize, guys.
You say as your page turning.
Strange,
But I am gonna bring
put
this
it
out while we're
down.
eating. Though. I am gonna
Strange
bring it out while we're eating.
strange equipment as well, with people suspended from odd contraptions or imprisoned within a labyrinth of leather sheeting and gauze curtains. There's no text in any of these pages.
Nobody reads the articles.
There's no title
Nice.
or publication information.
So, other than whatever thoughts Mignon is having, does anything in those pictures seem out of time?
There
Right
is
now.
one that seems out of time, kind of. You're not sure.
With the rest of it, yeah, or like the contraption is out, not
Give me an
in that time
alertness.
period.
Give me an alertness check with a bonus plus 20.
Okay. So that would be 40. So it would be 60. That's a fail.
Okay. You thought you saw something in one of the pages, but you page back and don't realize it.
I look at my watch to try to see what day and time it is.
Sure. Looks like it's August. Bear with me. August 11th, 1995, approximately 6:15 p.m.
Shit.
5 minutes less.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what time did I
Yeah,
say
we
you
were-
guys went in there?
We were
6:30.
Six, sometimes
We hit
after
the building
6.
around 6, so yeah, it was around 10 after, something like that.
Yeah, 6:15. It's at make it 6:20.
Sure. Shit. So we were in
Because
there
we
for
went
10
right
minutes.
we went right up there when we got
Right.
there. So okay.
Well,
And how long did it feel like elapsed when we were in there?
Hours.
it was hours.
Right? Hours.
You guys have been traveling around in that thing for
Yeah.
at least
Like a
2
month.
hours.
Yeah, if we were going to
3
take a
hours.
guess, like, yeah, it felt like, yeah, we were a couple hours, like lunatics.
Well, you're still on the second floor. Mignon, you're
Yeah.
paging through that thing as you're kind of walking.
Yes, I'm walking down. Yeah.
Yeah, we're headed down. I'm headed down.
It's
Okay.
time to get out of here and figure out how we're going to destroy this place.
Sure.
All right.
Yep.
You guys leave the building?
Yeah.
Mosby
Alright.
does.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I got
No.
to study this book more,
That book with the
but not
photographs?
in the way everyone else thinks, like in an academic way
Or whatever, Mignon.
to study this book.
The book?
I can't. I'm afraid if I leave the building right now, these pages are going to go blank, like we've already seen.
Are you going to stay in the
And
building?
who is the last person out? Because I need to like
you
grab
apparently.
them.
It's all,
I'm sorry, the person in front of me, because I need to grab them right before they leave to say, "Hey, look, I think I need to stay a little bit longer."
So I think I'm behind you, and then you
Oh, okay.
stop. You
Yes.
stop, and I walk by you, and I say, "You're welcome to stay and study this book."
What?
And I head out the front door.
Most hears that all the way from the front.
What?
It's like,
Yeah, I
Are
was
you
holding
an
the door,
idiot,
so I
Mignon?
was-
We have to get out of here, Mignon. Are you an idiot? You're going to stick around and look at porn? What the is
you don't even
wrong
know
with
it's in the book. Just because you saw drool doesn't mean you know it's in the book. I just you said it yourself. If I leave with this book, there might not be anything in it, but I didn't have time walking down the stairs to really figure out what's going on here.
Yeah,
I'm
have
just-
fun. And
It
I
will not
step
be
past-
long. I just
Step past Mignon.
so I
and
look
step out the
at
door.
Mantillo like hoping she'll stay, and it's
Yeah.
clear that she is like, no,
No.
we'll see you at dinner. Okay, great, fantastic.
So, Maya, what are you doing?
Did the rest of us exit the building, including David?
I'm not
Onto the
quite
street?
sure what anybody's done at this point other than
I'm getting out of the building.
all right,
I-
mailman
I-
leaves.
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah.
could describe everyone leaving except for
Yes.
Mignon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm literally
right.
sitting in the foyer, like where the mailboxes are.
Okay.
Like,
So
because
my-
they were
my-
leaving, and I'm like, is anyone going to stay while I read this?
Maya's doing two things, Sean. She's keeping an eye on David to make sure nothing freaky happens to him when we exit the premises.
Okay.
Right. And when it becomes clear to her, like, where's Mignon? And if Mantillo's like, he's not coming, she's going to go back inside to talk to him.
Okay.
Those are the two things that she's going to do.
Got it. Mosby, what do you do?
I mean, I've left the place.
Okay, Mosby's outside. Mailman's outside.
He's just
Booking a
waiting.
flight.
And
I'm
Mantillo, you're outside?
Outside. Yeah.
All right.
I'm with Mosby and Mailman.
Okay, so I need, let's see, Mosby, I need you to take 4 points of sanity damage. Mailman, I need you to give me 2d6 rolls.
2 sets of 2d6.
Yep. Actually, 1d6 and 1d4.
Phew. That would have pretty heavy otherwise.
Can we project this onto our bonds, Sean?
You can, yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. I'll be
All right.
doing
And a
that.
D4, Craig.
So 4 all day.
So you will take 5 points of damage, insanity damage. You can project.
Wait a second. You said
So you rolled 4.
right.
Those are for the 2 sanity failures.
Yep.
And then you passed 2. So
Got
that's an extra 2 that you take 5 total or 6 total. I'm sorry.
Got it.
Can't add.
Okay.
Mosby took 4.
Or yeah.
Mantillo, you take 2 points.
Okay.
Maya, you stepped out of the building and went back in.
Yep.
Give me a D6 roll.
6. 1.
Okay. You will take 4 points total.
Oh.
Again, you could project these.
I was gonna say, that was a 1, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
messing with me.
Yeah. How many did you pass? Passed like 4, I think. 4 sanity checks, right? So what happens with you guys when you leave the building, everything hits you for the
How does
last
that look to everybody? Yeah.
weird amount of time that you've been in this strange building. It's the people you've seen in the hallways, the gunshots, the blood, everything that seemed to maybe have passed you in some weird strangeness that you've accepted as normal suddenly dawns on you that it is not normal. You are on the streets of New York City and all that just hits you like a ton on your psyche. And you're like, what in the hell did we just go through? And it all just hits you.
Yeah.
Now, if you project on bonds, then we could play that out as well. So let me know if you choose to do that.
Yeah, definitely, Sean.
Okay.
All right. And you roll a D4, right?
You do, yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I rolled a 3.
Okay.
All right. So I lose 1 sand, but I've got to. So I'm going to decrease my fiance by 3.
Oh, okay. We'll figure out what that looks like.
Sure.
Because you probably haven't called in a while.
100%.
Okay. Anybody else projecting?
Maya did.
Who are you projecting on, Maya?
She's lowering her father's bond because she's got all the religious
Catholic
stuff
shit.
I talked
Yeah.
about.
Nice.
But I only rolled a 1, so she still takes 3 sanity, but she injures the bond, and I think we also lose the equivalent amount of willpower, right?
It's on your 1d4. That's how much willpower you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So subtract that from willpower.
Well, willpower as well goes down. Yeah.
Mosby, are you projecting Mosby? No, you said you were.
I
Sorry.
projected 3 onto my fiance, and I took 1 sand damage.
And Mantillo, are you projecting or no, Mister?
No, I just took the 2 damage.
This is 2 points. Yeah, you seem to have your proverbial stuff together. So we'll wrap this up in just a second. Mignon, you're sitting in the foyer. You're going through that book, and you're paging through it vehemently, and you notice that there is a picture that you realize, and you take a double take. You're like, what the hell? What? Wait a minute. You flip back the page and you see a picture of what you could swear is Agent Maya in the buff.
Not the one that she's been texting you. It's a different one.
That's right. All different dick pic.
So now, again, only for scientific purposes.
Give me a sanity check.
Is there one of those sideshow things or a contraption in this photo?
You didn't activate the handout, Sean. We can't see it.
I am sorry.
Make a sand check,
drew-
Lou. She's that hot. Make a sand check.
I was gonna say I do draw a lot of pictures for what we're doing. I'm not drawing that one. Okay.
Fair.
So
Black and white strange. Not the timing is off. It seems like it could be modern day. It could be 60 years ago.
Holy
Failure.
crap!
Okay, excellent.
Yeah,
Might be a failure.
Excellent. So Mignon enters the foyer to come back to get you.
Maya
sweating
does.
the book.
I'm sorry. God damn it.
Maya
does. Maya
Yeah.
comes into the foyer to come back to get you.
What are you doing? Nothing.
Yeah,
Absolutely
she's
nothing.
like, what are you doing with that book? It's time. We have to go. Why don't you take
What
pictures?
am I doing with this book?
What is it?
Nothing.
What's in it?
Nothing. I am like not. I'm avoiding eye contact.
Flush, red. Like
Yeah. No. I'm. Definitely. A little.
and sweating.
Embarrassed.
Like probably like sweating. Like he
Sweating.
looks like he looks out of sorts for a second. Like very embarrassed. Maya.
And I'm looking at like the closed book and like looking at Maya, and you could almost swear like I'm almost checking you out, but I'm not.
Sizing
I'm
her
like
up.
sizing you up. I'm sizing you up.
She doesn't quite know what to make of that. She's like, you don't look good. You need to get some rest, like the rest of us. This has been a long night. What is the book, Sean? Is it like cloth covered, leather covered? Is there anything on the cover?
It's like
Does it have a
cloth
title?
covered. Yeah.
There's no words on the spine.
no
Yeah,
markings.
nothing.
Just
Okay.
red cloth.
I don't know, Maya. I gotta study this more. I'm just gonna bring it to the hotel and
You're not afraid it's going to disappear, like the cigar and like the other stuff? What about taking pictures of it?
I would like to make the final roll of the night, and I want to make my human roll for maybe, I don't know if this is an opposed roll or not, but I want to make a human roll to see how will Maya take this. I feel I have to tell someone because this is beyond strange.
You're going to tell her?
You're gonna tell her that you
You're
see
the only person in
her
front of me.
picture in there.
I'm afraid because I believe Mosby. If I walk out of this building, this is gone, and then it's just in my head, and no one else will know, and that scares me. So, I think that's part of my sand failure. So I need to. Do I think she'll take it professionally?
But this is
I'm
the one
going to
that
do it.
pointed a
Forget it.
gun
I'm
at you,
just gonna-
right? Just to be.
I'm going to do it. 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 I said, Maya, just bear with me for 1 second. So I flip to the page and I stare at the page for a second and I make sure it's the right page. And
You got a dog-eared.
I
Funny how that just happens.
Terrible.
It's better than
did
a
I
stuck
take a
together
did I take a
joke.
Polaroid of that page before we leave?
That's up to you. You can do it if you want.
Okay.
That's fine.
No. So I take it and I kind of put my finger in it and I say, here, there's something important on this page. And I literally hand her the book like this. And I kind of like just turn away to like not see her reaction or what's going on.
She takes it and looks at it, John. What does she see?
You see a picture of yourself in the nude. And give me a sand check.
Is it okay? Is there any other pictures? Like, is it a collage? Are there other stuff? Or is it just the one picture?
It's just that one picture on one page. And succeed. Well, crit success.
Damn,
Very
I look
nice.
good in that picture.
Yeah, she's.
Again, I am
one-
averting eye contact even more.
Actually, you don't take any points, I think, on a crit success, do you?
Depends on
so I
the-
might be.
Depends on how
I might
drastic
be
it
up
is.
one
I
more.
would say
Yeah.
one point of sanity, Maya.
Okay.
Yeah, you're startled.
And I'm
you're
just
not-
like mumbling. I'm like, I'm not putting out full sentences. I'm like, I'm sorry. I just thought this was important, and you know, I barely even saw it. I just recognized your face, and I was just like,
I just recognized your face.
He's red. He's fumbling. He's sweaty. He's like not even sure.
So-
Yeah.
So when he says that, I mean, initially, I don't think Maya recognizes that it's her or that it looks like her because there's
Nah.
there's another picture you described, right? So she's probably like initial reaction is like, what the fuck am I looking at? She doesn't say that.
Right.
But like,
This creepy guy showing me
yeah,
porn.
what is this? And then I think her eyes that like land on the one picture and she's just like, what? And I think her critical success is her not maybe admitting this is definitely me, more along the lines of like, that's what and she says that, what is this? What is this?
You can internalize it to blow that off with your critical success, but you know that it's you.
She took the point.
Yeah.
There's a very distinctive mole that you recognize.
Well, Sean, not to get graphic, but is this like tasteful, or is it one of the contraption I think weird ass?
Without going into a lot of detail, I would picture this as more of a tasteful, like more of a Playboy type.
I'm almost positive if it was one of the creepy ones, I was not going to show her. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
I didn't.
Okay.
As a game master, I'm not picturing all these weird pictures, but
no,
we're good.
So I think it's one of the more tasteful ones the book's off the wall, like it's all over the place, but this one I reached
back out to get the book from her to like put in my satchel with the other books.
What else is in there? Are you in there?
It's a lot. I didn't see anyone else from our group. I didn't look that closely, but I didn't see anyone else from our group. Let's get out of here and let's talk about this later, or let's discuss this later. But for now, we'll keep it between us, and I'll look in the book and see if anything else.
It's like a couple hundred pages. Yeah, it's like a couple hundred pages worth of stuff. Yeah.
So it's going to take some time.
She doesn't say anything. She's just quiet. I think all the stuff that hit her before is still with her, and now she's just like.
And I was very respectful, so if that means anything, I was not.
Yeah, right. See this?
I know you're not into me anyway, so.
Just don't show anybody else that. Okay.
I Boy Scout honor, all that stuff. This is purely science, and
you guys exiting the building, or are you having a moment?
No, we're.
Well, I was just about to say we only need 2 to show up next week.
Right.
That's right. I do think if Maya's last out, she just looks through that door that leads, into the apartments and whatnot. It's just like kind of shakes her head at the whole place, and then follows him out. We'll exit.
Mignon, you leave?
Unfortunately, yes.
All
so
right,
I know what's going to happen.
Give me a D6 and a D4 roll.
Awesome. Ouch.
Oh. Okay, I'm coming.
Jesus.
Ooh. Wow, that is... Mignon, you are not having a good time. You're just all... Oh, boy. So that's 11 points of sanity.
I hit my breaking point.
That's a threshold, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even besides that, I hit mine.
So we could figure that out in the next episode on what happens to Mignon.
As we're walking out, right?
Yeah, I walk out and I grab the railing of the stoop, and I lose balance. I'm even more pale. Let's just say I throw up over the side again. We've all seen this show before, and I just sit down on the stoop. And then we can end there. We can figure out what happens next.
That's fair. We'll end it right there.
Okay.
And then the next episode, we'll find out if Mignon gets committed.
Jesus. Well, if there's a vote, I know how the vote's going to go. So
whether you have a choice or not.
Mosby's got it on speed dial. He's going to be like, yeah, I got a guy.
I am.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I am interested to find out what you guys do next. We'll see. I don't know if you guys have. I don't know what the consent. I
Burn
know
this building
I
down.
know where Mosby's head
Gas
is.
cans and petrol. Here we go.
I
May be
am-
my
Real simple.
This has been a Litterbox Studio production.